Good afternoon, Premium Gang. How's everybody doing today? It is Wednesday, June 17th, and we are here on today's live stream, 2 o'clock. Looks like price is trying to reverse. Let's see about potentially taking a short. I'm going to go ahead and sell. And then I'm going to put in a, now you see how quickly price is going against me here. I tell you what, I'm going to be really generous. I'm going to put a stop in at minus $100. And then let's go back here and look where we might want to try to take profit. Would it be maybe down here about the bottom of this candle? 31, maybe 31.27. Okay, so that would be right here. Okay, so I've put in an OCO order. Here's where I entered. Here's my stop. And down here is my take profit target. So we'll let that play out. It looks like it might go against me. It's almost all the way back up to stop me out at minus 100 bucks. Let's see. It's right there at the edge. You guys are watching this in real time. Let's see what it does. It had already broken, if it stops me out, it stops me out. It had already broken this, and we were below the 20. That's why I thought we had a good entry there. And we're going to look at several different things. Why is that doing that? Hang on a second here. There we go. So we had already broke below this here. So that's why I thought we had a good entry. It might just be coming back to test the 20 and then try to go lower. And I'm trying to be ultra conservative here with a price target near the bottom of this candle. But we'll see how it plays out. So, that being said, let me bring your comments up. Where am I at? I'm a little discombobulated. I have had a crazy week already. And I got a lot of stuff going on. I can tell you right now, I'm going to be gone. I'm going to be out of town on Friday, so there will not be any live stream on Friday for sure. On Friday, so there will not be any. Get that turned down. Okay, it says there's only one of you in here right now. I don't know if that's the case or not, but whoever it is, hello. But anyway, I'm going to be out of town on Friday, so there won't be any live stream on Friday. I don't know what's going on tomorrow yet, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to be on the live stream tomorrow. Excuse me. Okay, now we're starting to get some traction back to the downside. So that's a good thing. It says there's 2 of you now, so whoever else just joined, welcome. So we're just looking at ES. It looks like momentum is starting to reverse, right, and roll over. I took a short just below here, so I am short right now. I have a stop of $100. I have a price, I take profit target down here about the bottom of this candle, which I feel is conservative because I don't really want to get into this wick right here. And we'll just see how it plays out, right? I'm either going to get stopped out for minus 100, or it's going to get down here to my profit target. And if it starts to get going, I'll move my stop down into break even or slightly into profit. But I want to give it a chance to get going. So this morning thought we had some pretty good indicators, and we're going to go over that for a downside move. And well, the indicators were there. You're just not always going to get what you expect. And over here you see price is coming. Yep, and I just got stopped out. So I got stopped out for minus 100, and we'll see. In fact, let's do this. Give me 1 second. Let's come back over here and let me look. Let's go short. And I'll put my stop up here. Okay, we'll see how that translates. Because it may just be going back to retest the 20. See that? So break, retest, and then maybe go. All right, we've got momentum sort of flattening out right now, but overall, it's been trending to the upside. Okay, you see that? But we'll see. If it starts to go back against me, no big deal. I have a stop there. I'll kind of watch it a little bit, but looking to see if it was a break, retest, and go, or if this, right, is just sellers right here at opening price level trying to stop the momentum, and now buyers are going to come back in and try to push all the way up to here. Now that might not happen before the end of regular trading hours, excuse me, but you know, that might be what's happening, but we'll see, right? Okay, so let's go back and what I was looking at this morning. So here was opening price range. We got a break out of there. I tried to go short, and then price reversed and came all the way back in. And originally where I was going to stop out was right here. Okay, and those were options. Okay, so I was going to stop out right there. Well, price went back, went against me. It got there, and I'm like, you know what? Let's just see. I really don't think, because if you looked here at this trend, okay, momentum was going to the downside. We know that we made lower low, lower high, lower low, okay, at that point. So I'm thinking we're going to get another level of structure, and then we're going to push down. So then when it got up into here somewhere, I went ahead and I added, okay, average down, right? Because I'm trying to take where I got in. It's going against me. So now the premium is much lower. So I averaged down. Then we pushed down, and I'm thinking, oh, this is awesome, right? And I think I even said in the room, I went from up in here, I was down about $200, and when it got over here, I was only down about $50 because I averaged down. So I thought, you know what? That's a good idea, right? That's a good idea. Let's just see how this goes. Well, then it comes over here, and it goes back up to the top again. So I added again. Right, so I tried to average down again because this was lower than where I added over here in terms of the premium. And then again, over here, it pushed down, and I looked like, maybe I'm going to be a genius here, right? Because I was looking to see, are we going to get a break below? And at that point, I already knew this was a contracting range. Are we going to get a breakdown? And if we do, I had my price targets. They were 3104, which was right about there. And I just got stopped out again, by the way. So I just gave back the 200 that I made in two different stop outs. So stopped out for 100, stopped out for 100, but I had gained 200 on a previous trade. So just not going the direction. Looked like we were going to maybe roll over here. So we'll watch and see. We'll watch and see what this does. Okay, so back to this morning. So up here, I added again, and then this was a bigger red candle at the time, okay? And I knew it had to break through here, right? Because you're getting close to the end of this contracting range. And it got down here, and I'm looking good, and I'm like, man, if it just even gets down in here, I'm gonna be in the profit. I'm gonna be making money, even though my original entry was right over here, okay? Because I'd averaged down here and I'd averaged down here. And again, if you don't understand what average down means, like the premium I bought here, I'm going off of memory. I think it was like $850, all right, for one contract, which means I paid like $425 for the contract. The one I bought here was only like $425. And you only pay half of that, so 200 and something. Then the one I bought here was only like $3. right? So then you're averaging those all together, and that's giving you a new average price. And then when it started going my way, obviously the premium starts to increase, and I was going from the negative back towards the positive. So I was thinking right here, if I get this break, and all I got to do is get back down in here, and I'll actually be in the green, right? And then if I start getting the break like I thought, you know, my first target was 3104, then it was 3096, and that's probably where I would have exited right here in reality. And I'll show you over here. Okay, the bottom of this is 3103, so that's why I had 3104 just in case. And then $1 above this level, and then $1 above this level. So I had 3 take profit targets. But it got down here to the bottom, and then it started to bounce. And I knew I was in trouble then. Because yes, maybe this candle is the one that breaks through, but you can see we were already getting to the end of this contracting range. And when it got down here, this was red, right? It was about that size over here, all red, and then it started to bounce, and it actually bounced pretty quickly. Then this one, as you can see, it didn't even try to go down. It immediately started to go green, and I just got out of the trade. So if I had to do it all over again, would I have done anything differently? Probably. I mean, I probably just would have followed my rules and exited that first contract right up here. Just took my medicine. It wouldn't have been that bad. That's the difference between options and playing standard contracts. Now I'm going to watch this up here. If this starts to break above, we might look to go long, because here at the end of the day, they may be looking to try to ramp this thing up. And you can see here's where we've been, right? So up around 3154 approximately. So even if I took it from, like, say up in here to up in there, that would be really good. And then if it broke through there, it's most definitely going up to this supply zone up here. That supply zone I have marked. So I'm gonna watch here. I'm gonna see if we can get above opening price. We tried it once. You see this, and then it pushed us down. We came down, but we couldn't hold below the 20, and now it's kind of stuck right here. So I'm just waiting to see. Are we gonna pop? We're gonna pop up here. So back over to this morning. So then when we started going green right there, I got out. But then I reversed. I actually took a standard contract and I went long. And my target was actually 31.44, just below this level. So I had an OCO order, and on this candle it got as high as 31.41. Well, when it was up there, I actually moved my stop up to $200 in profit. So at that point I knew the absolute worst I could do was make 200 bucks, right? I was either going to get up to 31.44, which would have made me about 550 bucks approximately, or I was going to get stopped out for 200 bucks. Well, it started going that way, and I was actually taking a shower, and I'm like, well, I'm good either way. I'm good. I'm either going to make 200 bucks or I'm going to make like 550. And got out of the shower, and then that's when it started to reverse. I didn't move my stop, came back against me, stopped me out for 200 in profit. And then you guys just watched. I've been stopped out twice since it broke below here. And that's more generous than I would usually give it. But I was basically trying to let it come back and retest. So if it was a break, retest and go. I was trying to give it that flexibility. But again, that's not the end of the world. Now see, look, it's starting to go red again. Let's watch it. Now it's popping up green. So right now it's just really fluctuating in here. I was going to say, if it goes red below here, I may jump back in down to the downside again. I mean, in reality, that's really what it looks like it wants to do right here. Okay, but today, like here, this looked like for sure we were going to come down, to here or maybe even in here before we maybe caught a bounce. And sure enough, the bulls came in and we got into this contracting range, and they fought and fought and fought, and then they got their pop out of there. So basically they took control right here. And, even though this is struggling, look what we're doing. We're moving up. and then it popped out and it got back here to opening price level, and then that's where we started to fade. Okay, it looks like it's starting to go red again. Let's try it one more time. One more time. And I'm not going to give it as big. I'm going to maybe say 75 this time. And I still have my order down here at 31.27. And let's see here. Right now it's just kind of hovering right there. Is it going to come back against me again? Oh, it could be one of those days. Looks like it's trying. I'm not moving it. If it hits it, it hits it. What I should have done, it's probably going to stop me out, but what I should have done is placed it just above here, because that's the 20. Yep, got stopped out again. Got stopped out again. And what I was going to say is just above where the 20 is. Let me look. I've been stopped out 3 times in a row. After a $200 winner, now that's minus 275, so I'm actually down 75. Let's look. Do I want to try one last time? I'm going to wait. I'm going to wait. See what happens. All right. So back over here, then we pop up. All the indicators were that we were going to go down, but that's why I'm saying again, I should have took my original stop out, and those were options. Okay, those weren't standard contracts. I wouldn't give it that big of a stop for standard contract. From here to here, that's $500. If it was standard contract, there ain't no way I'm giving it a $500 stop. Typically, if I'm scalping, I'm only giving it 25 to 37.50. Right? I keep them real tight. Okay, this would be more. The only reason I was giving this a little bit more leeway is because of the 20 right there. And again, look at it; it's starting to come back below it again. I mean, I really do believe that if it starts down, I mean, that would be a really safe target there if it starts. But I think it would at least get down to here, and then obviously if it breaks down through here, it could really drop. What's the time? 2:18. Let me go back and look at the ladder here. See the volume, it's not a lot of volume. None of these numbers are too crazy. Like even down here. Come back over, look at it one more time. All right, where would I need to be protected? 31.35. So if I came over here, entered, and where's 35? Right there. All right. Okay, so I've got a pretty big stop. Now it's starting to go my way. If it goes my way a little bit more, I'm going to move my stop to at least break even. But I want to give it room right now. What I'll say is if it gets down here around 100 to 125, I'll move it to break even. See, right now it's just hovering right around where I entered. Up here's where my stop is. If that comes all the way back up here and stops me out again, that's it. I'm done. I am done. Because you don't want to get to the point where you start revenge trading or over trading. Excuse me. Okay, so now my stop is just above the 20. What we'd really like to see happen, or what I would really like to see happen, is just an absolute drop. Just see this thing start to flush down. Anyway, we'll watch it. If it starts to move, we might make some decisions on that. But then coming back up, so let's talk about something positive. The $200 positive trade was, I got out here, and then when we took this out, okay, when we took the top of this out, this little hammer-like thing, went long. Again, I had a target of 31.44, but once this thing got up here over opening price level, I moved my stop all the way up to plus 200. So again, I knew that on that particular trade, that was the absolute least I could make if I got stopped out, which I did. And then again, my target was 31.44, which would give me, I think it was 550 in profit, because I entered at right around 31.33. So an $11 move, I think that's 550. Yeah, that's 550. So those are the trades that you hope you're in most of the time. Now, I'm either going to make 200 or I'm going to make 550. That doesn't happen all the time, but those are the ones you hope for. But right now, we've been, momentum-wise, we've been trending up until about right there, and then it's actually starting to move back down. I'll show you. Well, I can't because I can't get down that low. But you can see this actually goes down off the screen. So the bottom, it bottoms out down around here. Then it was going up, 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 up until right there. Then it started to flatten out. Now it's actually starting, the momentum's starting to go down. So I'm hoping that that's a precursor that price is about to start to fall. And we want it to at least get to here. And who knows? I mean, the thing could really start to get going, and you know, maybe we see a bigger flush. But I would be happy if we just got down here around the bottom of this. But right now, we're just not getting a whole lot of movement. Okay, let's do something real quick here. Let's look at some of our watch list from today. It wasn't real big. Get back to it. There it is. Let's see if any of them have had a decent day. So let's go CODX. Nothing. Haven't even been triggered. It's inside. So we may go inside. So if we do, this will be on the watch list again for tomorrow. Lake has really, I've seen Lake on a lot of people's watch lists lately for obviously maybe different reasons than ours, but it's been, you can see it's really been moving. Okay, so we would have had a trigger at 2170 and it's been as high as 2240. So 30, 40, that's 70-cent move. Decent. Okay, probably make a few bucks on that. TNK. Nice. Okay, so TNK triggered at 1524. And we have been as low as 1422. So just over $1. And as you can see, that's about an average size candle. So that is a good move on TNK. Okay, about $1 from our trigger. And on TNK, that's a good one. That's really good. Okay, let's look at the next one. Apple. Get this over here. There we go. All right, Apple would have triggered at 353.20, and it's been as high as 355.40, so a little over $2 move. Okay, the candles are a little bit deceiving, even though that's a small candle. That that moved a couple dollars from the trigger. APRN. Now this thing, I've traded this in the past and made a lot on it, and it'll go into these things like it is here recently. So it did trigger, but as you can see, not for very long. 10.20, and it was as high as 10.47, 27 cents. These are small candles. Maybe you make a little bit on that, but here's what you look for on APRN. And if you go back through its history, you'll notice it goes into these spells and then bigger candles, and it like just, it's crazy how it moves like that. See, here you go again, bigger. Excuse me. I apologize. I had to sneeze. Every once in a while, you just get this big movement and then these smaller candles. So if we come back over here, we had some and we've been going smaller, and we were looking to see maybe we come down here and get a bounce off of here and sort of J-hook up. But this hasn't happened here today. All right, CrowdStrike is the actual name. Nope, nothing there. Home Depot, HD. Thing's really jumping around on me here. There we go. Well, we would have had a little bit. Let's look. 252.77 to 254.62, almost $2 from the trigger, which would have been right here. Almost $2. JD. Now JD, I'm really interested. I haven't even looked at it today because it had news. And let's see if it did anything.
Stop field.
Okay, so JD, and I got stopped out, by the way, so I'm done on ES. I just heard it go off in my ear. I don't know if you guys could hear that. Okay, the trigger was at 61.50, and it's been as high as 62.42, so about $1, not quite $1. Had news. So really interested that it didn't move more because they're going to be listed on another worldwide exchange. I can't remember exactly which one it was. I can't remember. I'm not even going to guess, but I saw where I think they'd been approved or they had petitioned, put in to be listed on another exchange worldwide. Obviously there's exchanges all over the world. And so I thought they might get more positive movement than that. JD, and then we had the Qs, QQQ. Thinkorswim is just like really being touchy right now. Little trigger, very little. 243.80 we'll say, and it's been as high as 245.50, so not, what's that, $1.70? $1.70. Yeah, I guess you would have made some money on that. It's not a spectacular move. Okay, sleep number, we only got 2 more, we might as well go through them all. Sleep number. We got triggered at 41.91. It's been as high as 43.22, so that's over $1, about $1.30 to the positive. And on sleep number, you would definitely make money on that. And last one would be Trade Desk, TTD. And TTD, yes, this would have been a good one. These candles will be deceiving, I know. 379.52 would have been the trigger. and it's been as high as 395.04. So just basically say, let's make it easy, 79 to 95, 80, 16. So right around $16 to the good side. So even if you caught, you know, $14 or $15 of that, Trade Desk has been really good to trade, I'd say, for the last couple of months. It gets these nice moves, and these candles can be deceiving. Because it moves so much, these smaller candles are bigger than what you think in terms of the price range. So somebody, it moved about 15 bucks from our trigger, but even if you only caught 13 or 14 of that, that's a heck of a move, heck of a profit on Trade Desk. All right, let's go back and see where we're at on ES, and then we'll wrap it up. We won't stay on much longer. I've already been on about a little over half hour. Interesting. Look at that. It came up here and spiked, took me out, stopped me out, came back down, and now here's the opening of the next candle. Okay, so I know, and I don't know if Kelsey's watching, but I know she'll watch it later. You know, she's always asking, how do you know when they're going to hunt your stops? How do you know? It's not that they're actively seeking to hunt your stops. Now, do they know where stops are most likely placed? Absolutely. But what happens in a case like this right here is, look where it spiked up to, just right up to opening price level, and then it came straight back down. And when we were in this earlier, it was really kind of battling back and forth through here. Okay, now you see it's starting to go red again. So I guess, you know, I'm done. In fact, I have a phone call at 3 o'clock with a gentleman that'll probably be on the phone. I'm guessing probably about an hour. So I'm probably not going to be doing any more anyway. But if, let's just say nothing had happened, this was earlier in the day, I would probably be looking at a possible short below there. First target here. Okay, let's look, what would that give you? Let's just say 31.30, and then down here is 31.27, so that'd be $3. If you're playing a standard contract, that's $150. Or if you want to be aggressive, you just wait, and when it gets down there, you move your stop into profitability, and you see if you can really get that fade. Okay, get that fade down here, which it looks like it wants to try to do right now. Hasn't cleared here. Okay, if it can break this, that's probably a good short, and you know, again, really conservative target. Then down here would maybe be another one. You get below this, and then it's sort of lined up to really get you going. That's why I say if it can kind of get through this area, there's a really good chance it could get down in here. Really good, because just because of the candle structure. Just got to get below this wick, and then remember there's another wick over to the left that's really just below this. It was at 31.03, which is right here. Okay, so just keep those things in mind, and I really think that's about it. We've been on here for about 35 minutes. Tried to take a couple of trades and got stopped out on them. Actually, three in a row. So that's it for me, and hopefully you guys have had a great day. It's been an interesting day, again, because it looked like we were just going to continue down, and then we didn't. Bulls pushed it back up. Then it started to look like momentum was pushing to the upside, and then we got kind of denied right here. But are we truly getting denied, and are we going to roll over and go down, or are we going to come up here, come over and put a level of structure in, you know, maybe right around here, and then start bouncing and going higher? Just keep those things in mind, right? So if you get down right around here, and then price starts to bounce, okay, that could just be a level of structure on this move up, then down like that, like your A, B, C type move, right? But if it gets down below here and starts to go, well, then you might be looking clear down in here, because then it would be lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low, right? Just trending on down, walking it on down. Okay, so everybody have a great afternoon. I will definitely see you tomorrow. Remember, I'll be gone on Friday. I'll be out of town all day, and I'll be doing a lot of driving that day. I'll have about 4 hours of driving time, so I won't be doing much on my phone while I'm driving. So anyway, everybody have a great day. I'll see you in the room. Bye-bye.